Hey, all you cool cats and gamers! Welcome to No Category Left Behind, the GDQ hotfix show that showcases category extension speedruns. I'm your host, Nuclear, and tonight we've got what I'm going to call the Return of the King Kong special. That's right, we've got Donkey Kong Country 2, followed up by Lord of the Rings Return of the King. Before we get started, though, I do have a couple announcements. Frame Fatales will be having its next all-women speedrunning event, Flame Fatales, this weekend from August 21st to 27th. The marathon schedule is now out. Type command FF in Twitch chat or go to gamesdonequick.com/framefatales for more information. Also, make sure to check out our highlights channel, which features standout moments from our hotfix shows. Use command highlights in Twitch chat to learn more. And with that, I want to take us to our runner tonight, Ryan Ford, with Donkey Kong 2. The category, what is this one called? It's something like all Mario coins or beat Mario or it's a confusing name.
All right, let's talk about that in a second. So hello everybody. I'm Ryan Ford, back again for yet another GDQ hotfix show. So as mentioned, no categories left behind. Joined with my co-commentators. Where are you guys?
Hello. I'm Sylvite, and I'm here.
All right. So yeah, the category is called all DK coins, also known as Beat Mario. Oh wait, I said that backwards. So you Beat Mario, also known as all DK coins. Whoops. So, but yeah, you get the point. So we're going to be collecting all 40 DK coins for this category to beat Mario on the results screen. You'll see. All right, so to get the timer started, I'll count down from 3. 3, 2, 1, go. Is the timer started? Okay. But yeah, if anyone wants to cover about the feat I'm doing right now.
The best trick in Donkey Kong Country 2 speedrunning. So what you're seeing now is a developer-intended, essentially cheat code. By collecting specific bananas, avoiding others, re-entering this room, we're going to get every single creme coin in the game without having to enter a bonus. We're going to get all the bonus coins before leaving the first level. This lets us enter all the lost levels without having to enter the bonus. It saves like 30 minutes or something crazy to do it this way. Void, why is this trick so awesome?
So why is this trick so awesome? Because the creme coins are normally used, or not used, but acquired through bonus levels. And because this is not 102%, you're actually allowed to use the creme coin cheat.
Oh, this might be... Okay, never mind. We're good. I thought
good save.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? So since I've run any percent a lot, I gotta also make sure not to do like some wrong warps on some levels, because sometimes I have that habit a little bit.
Yeah, so like this level right there, Main Brace Mayhem, in any percent you would do a wrong warp, but this DK coin right there at the end, you kind of have to get the natural route for that.
My runs yesterday, like twice, I just did the wrong warp by habit. And then into World 2, I'm like, oh wait, I never got that DK coin.
Yeah.
But glad it didn't happen this time. But yeah, honestly, like World 1 for the most part is not that it's not that engaging, I think.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot about World 1 in this category, even though this is a little bit of a different category. This category is kind of like a mashup of like a bunch of other categories. I mentioned 102 earlier. Because in 102 you would need to collect the creme coins to access the Lost World. In this category, instead you end up getting the creme coin cheat. But in 102 you also collect the DK coins, and in some levels to collect the DK coins you have to do them warpless, so it grabs a little bit of that category at the same time. And The thing about World 1 is that it has warp barrels, intended warp barrels for each of its levels. There are also intended warp barrels for World 2, but World 2 there will be a little more interesting stuff you'll see when Ryan gets there. But yeah, so there's a DK coin for each level, and for the Lost World, actually the bonus levels of those levels will be the ones that will grant Ryan the DK coin. And now we have our boy Crow, exclamation point fakes with followed by a number in the chat room to guess the number of fakes that Crow will give for this fight. Every single fake that Crow gives loses between 2 and 3 seconds. All right, that's a good start.
Yep.
Yeah, the mistakes earlier was RNG manipulation, so.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, one fake, pretty good.
Yeah, one fake, not bad, not bad.
Not bad.
That's nice. Holy, when I came back to derusting this, then like, I think the second run I had like 12 fakes.
Great.
And then I was behind by half a minute.
It's always a good time when Crow gets into the double digits.
Yeah, most I've ever had in a run was 14.
Very nice. All right, so 2-1. I mentioned warp list earlier, so Ryan's gonna take a page out of the hot head up warp list strategy. The only difference is here he's gonna grab our buddy Shoes the Spider, definitely his name.
Definitely gonna get this DK coin. There we go.
Yep, first try.
I've never made that mistake before. It's fine though. It's very small time loss, if anything.
Yeah, and at that point, you're like too far into the level to like backtrack and grab the warp barrel, so you just finish the level normally.
Yeah, and inversely, like warping and then backtracking also is just slower than playing it normally too.
So yeah, so now that we have all the Creme coins, we can pay Klubba right away and enter our first Lost World level, Jungle Jinx.
Alright, this beginning might be sloppy due to losing Diddy in the previous level, but bear with me. So yeah, the Lost World levels are all so they're like the hard levels. There's like one in most worlds except for World 1 and World 7. And yeah, the bonuses for each of them gives you a DK coin, so you gotta also play them too. Though in speedruns, like most of the Lost World levels aren't that tough, aside from probably the last two that I'm gonna be doing.
Exactly, and hopefully, coming up on Ryan's screen, we're going to see the only instance of the scrolly scroll in this category.
Yep. Yeah, we don't get to do the famous one in World 4-1, so I'm gonna try it here.
Yep.
All right, cool.
Very nice.
Got the Diddy version because in this category it's a little faster to do it as Diddy instead of Dixie.
Yep. In 102%, you would actually do it as Dixie. The rest of the level is identical in that category.
Yeah, because like in the level itself, the Dixie version's a second faster, but then we would lose time because would need to get Dixie back, and then kind of have the wrong like Kong order as well. So
Ryan just grabbed the most demonic DK coin in the entire game, the one that's hidden inside a bonus.
Yeah, we said we only had to go into Lost World levels bonuses to get DK coins, but here we are.
Yep, here we are. But like, since we only need the DK coin in that bonus, we can just grab it and then fail the bonus. Unfortunately, Ryan failed the bonus. Yeah, can you believe that?
Next time.
yeah, I felt like such a genius as a kid when I found that DK coin in the bonus. But yeah, I was like 5 years old, I think, like back then. So long ago.
But trust me, I felt amazing too, but it was also the very last one I found.
So the next 3 levels in a row here are some of the most out-of-the-way DK coins in the entire game relative to the fastest ways to exit the stage. In the next 3 levels, we could just take a developer-intended warp right to the end, but instead we have to play them basically all the way through.
Yeah. Like the DK coin in this level, Lava Lagoon, is like right at the end, but because of where the barrel warps you, it's just not accessible whatsoever. If you take the warp
you
barrel.
saw in World 1 that Ryan intentionally warped to the end of the level and then warped back. If we could do that in this stage, it would save a million years.
Yeah, because right here,
We're only just now getting it.
and then the end of the level is right here. So
Yep, and that barrel right there aiming at the goalpost, this is where the intended warp puts you. So there's no escaping that.
yep. And then also the water is lava too. When you come out of the warp.
Yep. Alright,
Ryan, do you wanna focus time for
Ryan's
Randy?
gonna be doing some Rambi the Rhino wizardry right there.
All right, I'm gonna focus here. Well, yeah, you can talk about the run if you want to, but I probably won't be talking much.
Ah, okay. Well, I'm just, observing.
All right, I'm doing a
Staring in
safety
awe.
strat here a little bit as well.
I think Ryan's in the clear at this point. But so, what exactly happened? Ryan actually used the beetle to create an invisible object, and invisible objects in this game have interesting properties. The most useful one being it actually. Ooh, nice.
This loses time, but I always show it off in like events and marathons.
That's good swag. But yeah, so essentially, with invisible objects, you can move objects around, displace them, and do other kinds of wonky stuff. And by moving the Rambi sign around, Ryan was able to complete the level with Rambi the Rhinoceros, which actually in this category saves like about 30 seconds. So that's a really massive time save.
Yep. Move your signpost, TM.
Yeah. And this level, 2-5, so I mentioned earlier that this is another level that has like a DK coin that is pretty out of the way, and he's right. So like, Ryan is gonna go for actually like the bonus, but not really. Like the DK coin is just in the same vicinity as the bonus is, but like this is not accessible at all for you if you do grab the intended war barrel.
Yep. Yeah, and 102% you would take the bonus and then revisit the level. Or sorry, take the warp and then revisit the level and exit out after you complete that bonus that was beside the DK coin, but I think it's slightly faster to just do it in one visit in this category. And yeah, this boss, assuming that it goes fine, then there shouldn't really... I don't know. I could probably ramble on all day about like anything while autopiloting this fight. But
Yeah,
if
the
anyone wants to
bosses in
cover,
pretty much every category are the same.
yeah, exactly. So more or less, don't really need to practice bosses if you're comfortable with them already. Oh, I guess some bosses like you might have the wrong Kong order, like Crow 2 and stuff like that.
Yeah, you'll have Dixie in front for Crow 2, but that's like the same fight as in 102%.
Yeah, exactly. So like personally, I'm comfortable with it, but I know I've heard some runners say that they purposely like play as Diddy in that fight, so just because it's comfy. So yeah,
You got a Krem coin, nice.
Yeah.
when I had 75 after beating Crow, it like doesn't increase above 75. I actually
Yeah,
never noticed that.
I'm
until
assuming
this
it
run.
caps at 75, but like once you're below 75, then it keeps incrementing for the Karen coins that you get from bosses.
Yeah, because like right after I beat Crow this time, I was like, oh wait, I'm not at 76. I never paid attention to this.
If you've ever watched Ryan play this on his own stream, you know that if you like Rambi the Rhinoceros, this is the category for you.
All my
You'll be
split
spending a lot of
names.
time on Rambi.
Unfortunately.
All my split names are Rambi, please. for this category.
That's really good. But yeah, so
Except
World
for
3
World
is
5.
pretty much where the warp barrels stop becoming a thing, and you end up playing the levels the way the Donkey Gods intended you to.
Yeah. There might be a few wrong warps in some levels, but for regular warps, completely gone now at this point.
Yep.
And low key, this level is like really hard to optimize. Like personally, probably like mediocre at best at it. 'Cause, you really don't want to like bonk on walls. You want to take corners sharply, but you also don't want to bonk into walls because you lose all your speed. So it's very easy to lose a lot of time without really noticing.
Yeah.
And then some dangerous spots, like you don't want to get hit by things occasionally. And normally you would do roughly the first half of this level with one Kong because it causes less lag to just be like solo Dixie. But yeah, I got Diddy at the start just for like safety reasons.
Safety reasons, yes, because there is a particular lockjaw that is, to put it simply, a douchebag. We call him Francis.
Yeah, Francis the Fish.
Francis the Fish, yeah. If you only have one Kong and your movement is a little too sloppy, he can get you.
Yeah, exactly. And then occasionally those stingrays, if you're slightly off, you can very easily get hit too.
Yep.
I forget. I think one of them's named Raymond, if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
Ryan, you didn't get the DK coin.
I don't know where it is.
Went through the whole level. Oh, there it is.
Oh, you found it. Nice. Yeah, it's
was
actually faster to re-enter Glimmer's Galleon and go for DK coin and then start select out.
Yeah, for any levels that you haven't wrong warped, then you can start select after you've completed them. So even if you use regular warps too. But for example, like this level, I'm probably going to be doing a wrong warp. So like, if I were to revisit, I wouldn't be able to exit out too. With start select. Which you'll see how I handle that for some other levels that do have wrong warps, and I might have to do a second visit.
Yeah. Well, this wrong warp is actually a little different from the, I should say, quote-unquote regular wrong warps in this game, which use invisible objects. This one uses the Cutlass, and by triggering a certain animation from him and shooting yourself out of a barrel at the same time, a failsafe kicks in, and it's the same failsafe that usually kicks in when you go for normal wrong warps. So that was very nicely done by Ryan. And now we're on the Happy Snake level, Rattle Battle.
Yeah, most of the community, it's like either they love this stage or hate this stage. It's
Yeah.
like pretty split. Except I think I'm weird because I'm kind of like impartial. Like, I don't particularly love the stage, but I'm fine with it though.
That sounds alright.
Yeah. It's a lot of points for the music.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, song's a banger.
So, Ryan, fortunately, didn't forget about the DK coin. I have forgotten about this DK coin in runs before.
My first D-Rust
I
run
think
a few
that's
days
the-
ago, I forgot this one.
I think that's the easiest one to forget just because of muscle memory alone.
Yeah, like the movement in this level, like even getting the DK coin, like the movement is just so similar to any %, but like it's really easy.
Yeah, exactly.
Skim over it.
Since I recently forgot it, then it's the only reason I remember to get it.
I love this stage in this category.
All right, someone has a lot to talk about to cover.
Yeah, so because Ryan swapped in underwater and then took damage, this is what happens. It's a very easy glitch to do, the water swap glitch.
Yep.
And now Ryan is going to go for a wrong warp with an asterisk.
I hope it
go.
worked.
Yeah,
Alright, cool.
it did work, it did, yep. So, wrong warps are usually done by throwing the invisible object on to the left. If Ryan would have done that, he would have wrong warped, except that, like, right now, we do still need the DK coin, and the DK coin just so happens to be at the end of the level. So, this is what happens. This is a vertical zip. Yeah, don't trigger the goalpost. There you go.
Yeah, I started moving a little late than I normally do, so I didn't actually walk off the ledge. But yeah, I usually look for a certain visual cue to know when to start moving, but I went a little late, which is better than going too early. So
Yep.
rather have it that way.
So this level is really hard.
Yes. Yes, it
Indeed.
is.
It's so cool looking though.
Cool eyes. I see what you did there.
I'm glad at least one person caught the pun.
Yeah.
Yeah, this game has a lot of vertical levels that we skip in other categories. And this is one of the few where you start at the top and go down, and it's quite challenging to do optimally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of memorization. And in addition, since I have to do the bonus in this one, like, you can't retry the bonus if you fail, so I gotta, like, be careful.
Yeah. Failing the bonus is about like I can't believe you went for that jump, by the way.
The first one, right?
The first one, yeah. The first one, jumping over both bees is like incredibly risky and saves like half a second. And I was just about to say that failing that bonus is about like a 45-second time loss. But
Yeah.
hey, you only live once, as the kids say.
Yeah, I had a feeling I might scare somebody doing that strat. I was a little scared to go for it myself too. And on PB paces, I like pretty often don't even go for it too.
Yeah, I believe it.
Orion is man of the people.
Yep. Alright,
Put on
so
a good
actually,
show.
like, a piece of tech in this level that Ryan goes for is the quick shots. Every time Ryan shoots himself out of a barrel, without the barrel changing directions, that's a 3-frame window, and he does several of those throughout the stage.
Yeah, I think it's really funny, like, when you mess up by being too late a bunch of times and you just keep shooting, like, back and forth between, like,
Yup.
two of the same barrels. It looks like it's so intentional, but it's, like, not.
A classic donkey runner mistake.
Yep.
Ooh.
Alright.
Ooh, close.
Dang, it's been a while
Close,
since
yep.
I missed that, but
Ooh, first try backup, though. Nice.
Yeah.
yeah, the everyman's clip.
Yep.
So we're gonna grab this hidden squawks here, hiding right on top of the level. And the DK coin is hidden over here, but there's actually not a way to get back down. So we have to enter a bonus and get
Yep.
shot out at the end of the level.
Yeah, it's an invisible wall if you try to go back, so you can't.
Yeah, the
Can't get back.
game basically locks you out of the normal area. Oh no, I can't believe Ryan failed the bonus. No.
Another one!
Yup.
Oh my god.
That's 2 failed bonuses this run.
What is wrong with me?
Yep. But yeah, we haven't mentioned that like yet, but this run is like really unique and cool because it has a bunch of stuff that aren't the thing in other runs. Like because of the way we routed this, like it has, you know, we have to intentionally fail bonuses. We have to like intentionally die sometimes. All kinds of stuff that would like lose time otherwise, but in this category it ends up being much faster.
Yeah. It's like its own unique tricks and routing for this category, and then it has like a combination of tricks and strats from like pretty much all 4 of the main categories too, like put into one run.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why it's one of my favorite categories to run.
Yeah, one of my favorite to watch for sure, but also why we keep talking about muscle memory. Because if you play any of those other categories, there's points where this route is just so similar. Especially
true.
to any percent and warpless.
Yup.
Yeah, since I've run like 9 different categories, and yeah, sometimes I have hiccups where I try to do a strat from a different category. And then also yesterday when I kept doing like any percent mistakes, because like I watched the tasks and then I watched the community God Splice video that recently came out, which is like every top IL from runners spliced into one run to see like theoretically what the humanly perfect run would look like. And it's for any percent, so I was like watching that, and then I started running this, and I was like, still had like any percent on the mind because of that. So yeah, like I did like the wrong warp in the second level because of that and like stuff like that, which is really funny. So yeah, there's two different strats for the start of this level, Hornet Hole, where it's actually faster to swap to Diddy and and navigate with him, but oh shoot, that's not good. But yeah, I meant to damage boost off of the second spiny so that I could grab the hook that was above, but no big deal. Just need to grab Dixie again there. And famously, if you watch
the spider,
oh sorry,
if you're a fan of Shoes the Spider, we're gonna keep him even longer than we normally would. We need Squitter's webs to actually access the area where the DK coin is.
Yeah, like famously, if you've watched any percent, you would see the scrolly scroll done where we ditch Shoes, but in this category, since we need the DK coin right there, then you ideally, you can't ditch him. Otherwise, you'd have to purposely take a death if you lose him.
Yeah, bye Yoshi.
But you get to Yoshi style.
Yep.
Exactly. Yoshi style. And yeah, this level is like no different from any percent at all. So
yeah, this is donation reading time.
Yeah, because I forget exactly how long this level is, but it's like close to a minute and a half. And
yeah, I have no idea actually. I've been running this game for like 8 years, and I still don't know how long this level takes. It's just like, I don't know. I read chat, you know.
Exactly, and I never do like IL practice on this stage. So.
Actually, let's do that. What's up, gamers in the chat room? Type 1 if you're enjoying this run at the moment.
Yeah, for sure. Let me know. Also, if there's been any questions in chat, I'm relying on all three of y'all to let me know. By the way. Because I do have chat on screen, but I have to like turn pretty hard to.
Oh, actually, I have a good question here. Zenoveritas in the chat room asks, if that other level was cool, is this level sweet?
If we're talking about this level particularly...
No, I assume the question was asked during Hornet Hole.
Ooh. Okay, that one... All right, we'll take that. We'll take that.
Yeah, I wasn't prepared to discuss metaphysics.
All the honey climbing. Yo, honey climbing is actually a sweet tech. Like, it is hard to do well.
Yeah, it's one of the like harder techs to master in this game. Like, it essentially has like no skill cap, especially when you compare like how fast the tasks can climb honey.
Yeah, Void here is already like ultra cracked at honey climbing. It's so cool to watch.
Yeah. I'm probably one of the better people, like better DK2 runners in the community when it comes to climbing honey. But Ryan here is going to be doing a wrong warp, an actual wrong warp this time. So he uses the beetle to clash it against the vine, gets his invisible object, and then moves the bonus barrel to his location, and voila.
Yep.
But we're still missing the DK coin, so we're gonna re-enter Bramble Scramble, and we're gonna grab the DK coin, and then we're gonna die because that's the fastest way of getting out of there.
Wait, I'm supposed to die?
Sorry, what?
I'm supposed to die? I thought that I just wasted time accidentally doing the... No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so like, because Ryan did a wrong warp, you cannot start select out of Bramble Scramble even if you wanted to. Like, the game doesn't consider wrong warps like the legit way of beating the level.
Yeah, my PB, I died right there after grabbing the mid barrel. So
classic.
Crashed into the brambles.
Yep.
And not that intentional death, though. I'm not talking about that either.
Yeah. But yeah, Death Warp number 1. Keep count, gamers in the chat room. As we enter Rickety Race, which is also not different from any percent.
Yeah, because you get the DK coin by going fast, so...
And any percent in the previous auto-scroller, you know, you can get it, you can not. But if you're going fast in this level, you have to get the DK coin because it's essentially the reward for winning the race.
Yep.
Yep. It's the optimal way. I don't want it at any percent. I don't need it, but gotta have it. It's fast.
Much swag.
Yeah, the most, I guess the notably dangerous one is the second place guy, or number 2 guy, as we call him. So this guy right here. If you jump on him late, you might fall into a pit. But yeah, if you're like really practiced in it, it's like fairly trivial though to get past him.
And there's the DK coin.
Yep. I am the champion. So yeah, this next level coming up is it's one of my favorites, like to do in actually both warpless and then also like any percent as well. I think it's like really cool in both categories.
Yeah, this is one of the coolest and also hardest platforming levels in the entire game. And for this category, it's also like peculiar because it's one of only 2 levels in the entire game that has the DK coin on the goal post. So Ryan is gonna have to go for the warpless strat.
Yep. And yeah, if I miss it on the goal, you have to do the whole level again. So it's really punishing to fail.
Yep.
Yeah, we're talking about losing like more than a minute and a half probably.
Fortunately, the setup to get that DK coin is pretty consistent. Not so much for the other level later, but we'll get there.
Yep.
I thought you were going to say, fortunately, it involves swapping to Dixie.
Well, yes, that's part of the setup.
Yeah. So if
I'm
you
gonna
fail it,
jump over.
saves time.
Yeah, so oh yeah, I guess we never mentioned about Dixie always doing fanfares with her because
Nice.
her guitar solo is faster than Diddy's rap.
Yep, that's correct. By a couple seconds. Like, Ryan is gonna make sure to finish every boss in the game with Dixie instead of Diddy.
Yep. So if everything goes according to plan, I should like beat all of them with Dixie. And then yeah, it loses what, like 3.3 seconds I heard, if you get the rap instead.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
No,
I was
that's not
told
good.
4 seconds initially, but then one of our community's tassers said it was 3.3 kind of recently. But yeah, this level, I kind of despise it, the latter half.
Yeah, this,
Understandable.
this level is, to put it simply, garbage. But it has those very cool invisible object throws that end up changing the speed at which those barrels shoot you out. Ooh.
Whoop!
Well,
I have never messed
mind
up
for
in that way.
one.
I messed that one up like seldom, but I've never messed up in that way ever.
Yeah.
I don't even know
It is what it is. Now you guys are gonna experience what Ryan should have skipped, but that's okay. It's not that bad of a time loss. So like you can
20
do
seconds,
the invisible object trick twice in this level. The first time that Ryan did it, it saved him a couple seconds. This one is more significant because it's a longer auto scroller section, but still not that bad of a time loss overall.
Yeah, I missed it in my PV too. So
Yeah. All right, those
What am I-
2 clobbers at the end are jerks. So,
the goalies.
yep, the gatekeepers, as I used to call them. But yeah, there are ways and setups to make it up there safely.
Yeah, this one's like, yeah, I did a pretty safe strat, like wiggling back after bouncing off the first one,
Yep.
instead of like the hold forward strat to like
Yeah,
save
the
a
whole
few
forward
frames.
strat, you bounce on the first one, and then you release the D-pad a little bit after bouncing on it, and you do a full bounce, and it should work every time, but yeah, spookier for sure.
Yeah,
Okay,
'Cause,
so...
you can get bonked into the spikes or get close to getting bonked on the spikes, and then like, you know, it's just kind of a mess. So
Yeah, it's one of those things that like if one of the gatekeepers gets you, like you have about a 90% chance of like being dead to rights. So
yeah, it's getting bullied, and they take extra lives from you too, which is kind of funny.
Alright, so an interesting thing about this level, Rambi Rumble, getting the DK coin right there would involve actually kind of going over this little alcove where you transform into Rambi, but you can instead do a Rambi double jump to grab the coin, and it's much faster. Saves yourself some back and forth.
Yeah, when I first started running this game, then around a month after I learned 102%, then I was watching someone do a first-time playthrough and get the DK coin, and I didn't know that that was actually the intended way to get it until that point. Because even when I was a kid, I learned how to do Rambi double jumps because I didn't know how else to get that DK coin. So like me, my friend that owned the game, and then my older brother, we all thought that like the double jump was the intended way to get it. But of course, it's a glitch though.
And that's impressive.
Yeah, were you just like mashing buttons trying to figure out what to do, and you were like, oh,
yeah. So initially,
you can jump twice.
Initially, you thought that you could like only jump the second time off of like the honey that's on the wall in front of the coin, and then after like getting the coin a few times, and we learned that you could actually like double jump like anywhere. So like when I was learning this game, I was actually first learning to speedrun this game. I was pretty lucky that I already knew that tech. So like so I never had to practice like the backup when you mess up like the Castler wrong warp, where you have to like kill yourself on purpose.
That's really interesting in general, because a lot of people, when they're introduced to speedrunning, they're like, oh, how do people find this stuff?
I know, right?
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like sometimes it's like happy accidents. Sometimes it's like, you know, people brute force by like passing and trying to figure things out. Like, you know, kind of just like bashing, like sometimes literally just bashing your head into a wall over and over until like something breaks, right?
Another very easy to forget DK coin right there.
Yep. Yeah, this level otherwise is like generally pretty cozy. Like,
yeah, it's always just so smooth. Like if platforming wise, and like if you do the 90% run, like it's just like a fan favorite amongst DKC2 runners. So like if you just like, you know, go into cruise control in this level, it's easy to forget about important stuff like DK coin.
It's so true. I was on PB pace for in 102%, and I forgot the second bonus because I just autopiloted through the level.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I was like, I spent like 2 minutes like looking around the world map trying to like find which level I missed it to. But yeah, I've got the penultimate auto scroller.
Thank God.
So I gotta remember not to forget this DK coin as well, because I also forgot it in one practice run recently. Because it's like right at the end, and it's so easy to just like go to the goal and like literally just hold forward and like land on the goal. So gotta make sure
instinct to hold right and Y.
Exactly. Because yeah, if I miss it, then it's like several minutes time lost, because this level is long too. But yeah, for speeding up this level, like generally you want to jump. There's a certain route that you're supposed to be jumping, but I don't 100% know the task route for it. But yeah, generally going up or down slopes saves you some frames. So usually you want to like jump along slopes and jump into the doors as well. Then fun fact that the second last B I jumped over, if you're playing in the US version, then there's two Bs, like an extra B to jump over basically. And since your cart is going kind of slow, it's like not easy to jump over all of them too. But yeah, easy stage.
Yep, don't forget the DK coin.
Yep, thank you.
Teamwork.
Yeah. Teamwork, yep.
I feel like there was a 50-50 chance I might have forgotten it if you didn't say anything.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
this stage is another one. Ooh, this stage is another one where the DK coin is just kind of in the way. Like it probably loses frames to get it in any percent.
Yeah, so fortunately the routing is like... Yeah, it's not really like any different aside from slightly changing your movement at the very end.
And it's funny because like even in 80%, like I grab the DK coin because it just accommodates my movement in like almost every other category. So I'm just like, eh.
I think I'm gonna start doing that actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't have to like vary it depending on the different categories. So it makes it easy and it like barely loses time, if any.
Yeah, when I get it, I know my movement is right. So it's just more comfortable to get it.
Yeah,
See?
there you go.
You know you're going to land on that platform if you get the DK coin.
Yeah. If you miss that DK coin, it's actually like... It's a world of pain to try and get it, like, by an other means. Just like, I don't even think I've been able to, like, you know, get a backup to that DK coin ever.
Yeah, getting it...
Without dying.
Exactly, getting it deathless is, like, actually a trial.
Yeah. But yeah, this level is also pretty much the same as in any percent, except for that DK coin that is right at the start.
It's another one I've forgotten in a run one time.
Yeah. Alright, so this is the hard PCP section. Very nice.
Alright, pretty clean.
Yep, that's good.
Oh my gosh, I saved time over my PB because I didn't
Let's
get
go! But yeah, this level is like super impressive as viewers. Like if you're a viewer and you're like not familiar with DKC2 speedruns, this is like a very impressive level to watch. As for runners, this is more or less like a memorization taste, so...
Yep. How does he know what's below him?
Yeah. Like, you know, pretty hard level, pretty punishing if you take damage in the wrong spot, but not as difficult as this level right here, Webwoods.
Yup.
Yeah, I was going to say, speaking of difficult, do you think that the developers knew what they were doing, putting the DK coin on the target of arguably two of the hardest stages in the game?
Yo, I think they do.
Yeah, they knew. You know,
I think they're just cruel.
To quote my great friend and FFT runner, the Claude, you know, let's make the hardest level in the game even harder.
Shoot.
Case in
Rushed
point.
a little bit.
Thankfully,
that
that was
happens
like
to
a
everybody.
little, only a little bit past halfway, so this is not that big of a death.
Yeah, that too. That happens to like literally everyone, so honestly I never feel bad about it.
Yup.
Because yeah, you can just end up just moving slightly too fast that you're still in like the cooldown for forming a web platform. So yeah, if you don't slow down or move optimally, then yeah, you'll end up just not getting the platform.
Yup.
So like Mudhole Marsh, this DK coin is on the goalpost, which means we have to get a fanfare to get it. Void, what's the frame window for this?
11.
Yup.
You have 11 frames in a 60 frame per second game.
Oh, whoops. That's fine.
There you go.
Messed up the setup, but Ryan is a gamer, so
Yep.
11 frames is might as well be infinite.
Yeah,
Mine
you can
as
skip
well.
one. You can skip one cycle if you do the movement properly there. But
And like,
I mean, it seems like 2 seconds, so it's like not that big either.
yeah, exactly. And you know, once again, because you have to put yourself in the barrel, like there's no way out. Like if you mess up the setup and you want to try again, like you just gotta commit to getting the DK coin.
What is happening?
I love
Dixie.
that.
The Dixie classic.
Yup. Alright, so there's some RNG on the Crow boss fight. The barrels can spawn either left, middle, or right. Alright, Brian got the worst RNG. Awesome.
A double left so far. Oh no.
Oh, golly.
Yeah, additionally, since I took that safe too.
Yeah, exactly.
The last bird that gets in the way.
Watch
so
this.
not sure
Now
if
you're gonna get a right spawn because he's left. Yup.
Yeah, if you do that, the boss appears on the opposite side of the stage that it normally would.
Yeah, and the next cycle he'll be on the left instead of the right, which is pretty awkward, but I'm like somewhat used to it.
Yeah, because the bird that you actually need to hit is going to spawn right below the boss.
Yep.
Like that. Yep.
All right, also common to happen. So
Okay, safe.
I ain't stressing.
We're getting a DD rap
navigated
for the
after that.
fans.
Hey.
Hey.
Mixtape.
Yeah, y'all get to see what it looks like. So that's the only reason that I lost Dixie.
You wanted to show off?
Just had to show it off a little, you know. Oh, so last night's run, I was about to do Arctic Zip, so I like lowered the water and everything, and I was like, wait, I'm going the wrong way. So I had to die.
Yeah, so
This DK coin used to be in the way in any percent.
yeah, because now at any percent we do a trick called Arctic Zip. Very difficult, saves about 15 seconds, but it also skips you getting the DK coin, so it's not useful for this category.
Yep.
Which is right
In
there.
Warpless, this is the fastest way to go, and the DK coin just happens to be in the way.
Yep.
Yeah. There's like pretty much no avoiding it unless you like try to dodge it, basically. All right, so ideally I won't die here.
That's safe.
That was actually a close call too.
Yeah,
I
I
didn't even
was.
realize you had one Kong.
I was sweating a little bit.
Yeah, I started charging a little too high, too close to the lockjaw. It's fine though.
Yep.
Yeah, one of the arguably hardest levels in this category. Wow, what's this level called? Animal Antics. It's notoriously pretty hard casual, like really hard casually, going through all of the animal buddies. Though the first two sections is fairly trivial, honestly, but once I get to like Squitter onwards, then it gets harder.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It culminates on the Squawk section because you have the wind mechanic that's gonna show up.
Yep. Yeah, when I was reading the tutorial, when I was learning 102, it's like, the wind is a gimmick.
The wind
It's like
is
all
a
it said. It's the only thing it said in the notes.
Yep.
The wind is a gimmick. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, we like memes in the DKC community, by the way.
I did the same thing as Webwoods.
The Webwoods curse following you around, yeah.
I know,
got
right?
halfway, which was a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, the devs were like, what if we took Bramble Scramble and added wind? What if we took the hardest level and made it harder?
Yep. Let's make the hardest level in the game even harder.
Oh, shoot. The shot just barely went under that bee, so had to play it safe a little.
Alright, safe.
Also, gotta make sure not to forget the bonus.
Yep.
Otherwise, I'd have to die again. Which, with the instant platforms, it does make this bonus a lot easier, like for the first half. Ah, that was so
You
close.
almost got it. Nice.
Yeah, it saves
Well,
I think about 3 seconds if you
Yeah,
skip
some-
getting the barrel.
Something like 2 or 3 seconds.
Yeah,
But like obviously it's very precise, and if you mess it up, you have to redo the bonus. You have to hold that L.
yeah, if you fly too high and touch the bramble, then you fail the bonus. So you gotta. It's really punishing to miss, and it doesn't
Yep.
save a lot of time either. So
Yep.
I'm glad I at least didn't fail the bonus when I went for it.
So I guess the silver lining for this section is that the wind is on like a global cycle kind of thing. Like it will always push one direction for like a set amount of seconds and then switch back and forth this way. Ryan took damage, but like that's fine, honestly. Better that than dying.
Yeah, like I didn't intend to take damage, but it commonly
Yeah.
happens in runs. So
Yeah, exactly.
whoops. I actually forgot that I was Diddy and not Dixie here because I have the wrong Kong order because of Pro 2.
Right, you're right, yeah.
And yeah, I never bothered to swap in Arctic Abyss either because Actually, you would lose time to swap by that point anyway, so it's better to just hold that than be Diddy. Yeah, this level, another kind of forgettable DK coin.
Yeah, the wind is a gimmick again for this level.
Yep. Yeah, so this skip over here, I don't know how to do it, honestly.
Clamp on
To be
skip?
fast enough. Yeah, to be fast enough to pass the clamp on.
It's the trick is all in the camera. I can show you one day if you want, but yeah, it's one of those minor optimizations.
Yo, I'm down. Alright, I'll definitely hit you up for it.
Hell yeah. Alright,
Here's
so
another-
right here, damage boost to trick the camera into putting you on the upper level. Saves about 4 seconds. And there's
Yeah.
a DK coin.
So you'd go all the way to the right, then all the way to the back to the left on like a
Yep.
higher section. But yeah, you can just skip it. In every version except for, is it US 1.0, I think? Alright, so normally you can skip under 2 of those Bs with one movement called the Ghetto B skip, but I held forward a little too early, so I just didn't bother. 'Cause, it loses a lot of time if you take damage, and it saves like 2 seconds. So.
Yeah, you need both Kongs entering the next level, so yeah, Ryan doesn't want to lose a Kong at the very end of the stage. Otherwise,
Yeah,
we'd have to
since-
re-enter.
Exactly. Re-enter the level, then get Diddy back, then swap. So it wastes a lot. It's like the screen fading in and out from revisiting and leaving. So Yeah.
So the reason why Ryan needs both Kongs is because he's making an invisible object from this DK barrel, and you can't do that if there's a Kong inside.
Yep.
And now we're gonna use this cutlass, and
Nice.
that's our pipe.
So I forget
Yeah,
if
we
I'm
do
supposed
2 death
to.
warps in this level. Technically.
Can't remember if supposed to come back here first or go to the next level, clappers. But I think it doesn't make a difference.
I want to say for this category it doesn't matter, but I'm pretty sure it's like slightly more optimal to do clappers first. Actually,
Okay.
I honestly don't remember.
I also don't remember either.
Yeah.
Also, nobody saw that death. Ignore that.
I didn't see this death. Did you guys in
I
chat
was
see
gonna
this
say
death? Did you see this death, so what?
I said there were 2 death warps in this level, so you know.
Oh, yeah.
Tracks with my commentary.
Absolutely.
See, somebody knew. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so there is like slight lag reduction stuff, like killing certain enemies, letting the crusher kill certain enemies as well. I think saves 2 frames every time you do it. And well, I guess since I have 2 Kongs, like naturally some spots are gonna lag more. But that's just how it is. Oh wait, also I'm supposed to be Diddy, aren't I?
Being Diddy helps, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense why, I think that makes sense why Clapper would be optimal, because you would have Diddy in front by that point. Oh, and I think I'm gonna have Diddy in front for Clappers too. Uh-oh. I just realized. Shoot. Yeah, because initially it was like kind of absent-minded that I just mashed like going back into the level. So I forgot this.
Yeah, it's alright though. Ooh,
Yeah.
you got Lotto, nice.
Haven't gotten it a single time in like the D-Rust runs, so hey, let's go.
So what Ryan did right there is a 2-1 jump, and the 2-1 jump gives you just enough height to team throw up to that platform, and it saves actually like a good chunk of time because you don't have to wait for a crusher to give you enough height to get up there.
Yep. And yeah, you have to, when you do that, the team up jump, you have to get it's like a 2-frame window to do the jump, and you have to get the 2nd frame because it gives you slightly more height.
Yep. So it's essentially God Gamer Ryan Ford just did a frame perfect trick right there. First
Sounds right
try.
to me. And there again was that death warp because we wrong warped initially out of that level. So we can't use the in-game mechanic to exit a level we've already beaten, but we can progress forward. And in this level, we're entering through the exit. Normally, you have to go through a bonus to reach this DK coin, but the way it's set up, you can team throw up and access the area where the coin is in.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, this level, and yeah, since I had the wrong Kong order from the wrong routing, then I had to swap to Dixie. There are some Diddy strats you can do, but I'm not comfortable with them, so I wasn't gonna bother.
Yeah, there's actually a route with Diddy in front for this level, but it's a little harder.
A little cursed.
Yeah, you like don't trigger Clapper, I think, for most of them, and then like jump through the water before you get bit by the snap jaw when he aggroes. Oh, so this might be dangerous. I'm gonna not roll through those bees.
Yeah. Alright.
Good call.
Good idea.
Yeah, I had 2 hiccups, so like I was pretty sure that I would have taken damage before getting to the end.
Alright, so this is one of the coolest levels to do in the game, warpless. In any percent, you would do a wrong warp. This is the last wrong warp in the run in any percent, but there's going to be a lot of rope climbing instead, which is very satisfying to watch. Hit an invincibility barrel right here, and Ryan is on his way.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like we were saying about the honey earlier. It's really hard, but really impressive and rewarding to do this fast.
Yep.
Yeah, rope climbing is definitely like one of my weaker spots, but I have grinded this level a lot. When I first learned warpless, then I was definitely losing a lot of time in this and slime climb, particularly. So I did practice it a lot, but even then, it's still fairly hard. I love the
if you're rolling, you
with
actually
the
won't grab the ropes. You can just fall right down there. Saves a bunch of time.
Yep.
Yeah, instead of manually like holding down and pressing jump or mashing jump, I guess every time. Okay, cool. Got it.
Nice.
Yeah, level's definitely not easy, but it's fun. It's really fun. Though, when grinding it a lot, though, you got to be careful with your hands. At least for my case, anyway, because it's so easy to just rapid fire practice that level, and it can hurt.
Oh yeah, it's rough on the hands. The level can also be rough on the hands. Toxic Tower.
Yep.
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'll leave the snake tech to all y'all.
Yeah, so there are 2 different snake jumps that you can do. You have the short hop and you have the true double jump. The true double jump is what Ryan used to get to that barrel to get to the DK coin. The going all the way around would lose a couple seconds.
Yeah. Like a pretty small amount, the safer strat, but now that Void taught me how to do the true double jump strat there back in November last year, then I went the wrong way. Then yeah, I'm more comfortable doing that. I'll take this a little safe.
Alright.
But yeah, I'm pretty much back on track now after going left for no reason.
Yeah, I'll alternate bird route.
New movement.
Yep.
Yeah, and for a moment when I saw I had 37 DK coins, I was like, wait, am I missing one? But
nah,
I
37.
forgot that.
You're 37 after Toxic Tower is on pace. Alright,
Yeah,
we rescued
correct.
Donkey. We beat the game. Hooray!
Tied world record for that IL. Let's go.
Let's go.
Tied world record, tied with the TAS. You know.
What a gamer.
What a gamer.
So unfortunately, y'all might have saw in the GDQ race that there was a strat called the jump. But
The jump is natural route, but it's also Kaizo, so...
too hard for me. Well, too hard for me to do consistently, so I just don't go
Yeah.
for it. All right. Y'all can mention how the race skip works as well.
Yeah, so essentially for race skip, the race basically triggers once you get past Screech, but the trigger doesn't extend above Screech, so if you just fly over him, you can skip the race. It says about 1.5 seconds. Skip also the banger race music, unfortunately, but
Yep.
such is the price to pay.
I know, it's actually so sad. It's pretty easy to take damage too when trying to go for it, but in this category, since you got to get that DK coin, there is a DK barrel right there, so it's like not as dangerous as like any percent.
Mm-hmm.
And it also forces you to land on the ground there because you go above the trigger that would trigger the fanfare.
Yep.
Exactly. Also, don't go to K-Roll.
Yeah, good K-Roll 1 skip, Ryan. So K-Roll, the first K-Roll 5 in this category, you don't do it because it doesn't give you a DK coin, it gives you a Creme coin. So now we're going straight to the Lost World to do our final Lost World stage, Fiery Furnace. And
yeah, this is the only category that where you do this level warpless as well.
Yep, this level is actually pretty cool. I like this level a lot. It's too bad that it's like broken beyond belief, and that like in every other category you just don't see any of like the natural route.
Yeah, like 102 you do like a screen wrap to skip like everything, and then
true ending you do the wrong warp.
Like the fastest wrong warp in the game too, and it's like pretty easy too.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's like this is like the shortest level in like any category. Oh, I'm dead.
Yep.
Thanks.
I noticed when I was rolling into the crook, I lost some speed when I touched the slope. So
yeah, you got caught.
I should have kept holding forward instead of doing the
wiggle
stutter like I did right there. Yeah, but I just kind of did like my normal muscle memory, but then because I second guessed myself. Hey, it happens.
Speaking of the warp, this is the level where that trick was found, right? Cutlass warp?
I think you're right.
Yes, I think so, yes.
Yeah, a little forgotten piece of donkey lore there.
Yep.
There's so many cutlasses in this level.
Yeah, so
we
like the one
stumbled on the cutlass warp.
Mudhole and Castle Crush. Yeah, it was found because of this level.
Oh, so what Ryan just did at the end, he team throws into the barrel to set up a damage boost super jump. So the next time he takes damage, he gains a lot more height, allowing him to get into the barrel that leads him to the bonus. And now this is the final bonus of the run.
So I'm gonna play this safe.
Yeah, you can actually beat that B, but it's like insanely risky.
This is not a bonus you want to intentionally fail.
No, if you fail that bonus, the game pretty much puts you inside a barrel that aims straight at the goalpost, and you have to you have to complete the level and then re-enter the level and hold that L again.
Yeah,
there you go.
It loses like probably about 2 minutes. It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
So you definitely don't want to fail that bonus. Because that level's pretty long, and that bonus is like fairly long in addition. So,
all right, final boss time. So, K-Roll 2 only takes 1 hit, and that's it. That's pretty much all there is to say about K-Roll 2.
It's like one extremely long cycle, basically. Like a minute and a quarter, I think.
Yeah, 168 about.
Yeah.
From entering the fight.
So it's a very long fight, but it's one huge cycle. And yeah, so grabbing the purple smoke, same as a normal fight, it inverts up and down and left and right. So when you want to crouch under these, you gotta hold up, which is so weird.
Like a good way to swag out on this fight would be to grab the purple smoke and then doing the whole fight with inverted controls, but
maybe another marathon.
Yeah, good donation incentive for next time, maybe.
I'm actually tempted to learn it for incentives like that.
Right? Yeah. I never did myself.
Practice it, I should say.
Yeah, get ready on time, by the way.
Yeah. So time. Yeah, I should have mentioned.
GG.
Nice run.
Nice run.
Yo,
We've
thanks
beaten
so
Mario.
Thanks so much. So
Thank you
I
for
saw the
coming
40 on the top. Oh, no problem, no problem. But yeah, you gotta get for having me. Super fun time. Even though we
this is
didn't
a
let you
great
talk,
one.
though. My bad.
I tried to cut in a couple times, but y'all were killing it. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna sit back and enjoy the show with everyone else. I do want to give all of you a chance to shout out whatever you'd like and let people know where to find you and what to expect if they come to your channel.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, I guess I'll go first. So yeah, my Twitch channel is Ryan_Ford522. So yeah, I guess I do a variety of content since I speedrun 7 different games and like probably about 30 categories in total between all of them. And I'm also known for competitive Smash Bros. Melee, so sometimes I have that on my stream if I'm like hanging out with people, and sometimes we'll like play or practice with each other. And yeah, I also do a lot of casual playthroughs. I'm trying to get through a list of Sega Genesis games because I never grew up with the Sega before. So getting through that list. Anyway, so whoever wants to go next.
You can go ahead, Boyd.
Oh, okay. I wanted to let you go. I stream a lot of Donkey. I'm pretty much like known as the Donkey guy in the community. I stream, a lot of DKC 1, 2, and 3. At the moment, in fact, I am doing a category called 306%, which is the completion categories of the SNES DKC trilogy. So 101, 102, and 103%. Back to back to back. It's like a 4+ hour run, and I'm currently working on trying to get that down. And yeah, I also like run a bunch of other games. Yoshi's Island, Link to the Past, Super Mario RPG, Hollow Knight. Like next month, I want to learn Celeste. I also am currently going through some Kaizo Mario hacks casually on stream. We like to have a good time there. We like to roll deep. And yeah, twitch.tv/Void with a 0 in between the V and the O. Twitter, same thing. YouTube, same thing. And yeah, rolling deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I actually pretty much never stream on my own channel. You're more likely to find me on channels like this, so I'm just going to shout out some community stuff. If you liked what you saw, you can learn a lot of the stuff you saw today at dkcspeedruns.com. It's our wiki where we host a bunch of tutorials, a bunch of strats. There's also a Twitch channel of the same name, DKC Speedruns, where we host tournaments. You'll hear us doing commentary there, if you like the commentary you heard today. And yeah, we also, on the wiki, we post news and announcements about events that are coming up. Mm-hmm. So if you think you might want to join the community, enter a tournament, something like that, be sure to check those out.
Yeah, also worth mentioning on the wiki, there's the link to the public DKC Speedruns Discord. So yeah,
yes.
Join in. We like to have fun. And yeah, we're a very welcoming community. And yeah, we're a bunch of gamers.
Heck yeah.
Truly a bunch of gamers. Thank you all so much for joining me. This was an awesome show. Chat, we are going to take a quick little break, give you all a chance to get up, use the bathroom, maybe grab a snack, refill your drink. But when we come back, we're going to be having some Lord of the Rings Return of the King. So make sure to stay tuned for that.
See ya.
Hey, all you cool cats and gamers. Welcome back to No Category Left Behind, the GDQ hotfix show that showcases category extension speedruns. I'm your host, Nuclear, and with me I have Zoljalix to showcase Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, Ranger percent. But before we get started into the run, I do have a couple of announcements. Check out at Games Done Quick on Instagram to get bite-sized clips from our hotfix shows and to see what happens at the events. Also, a reminder that your subs, Prime Gaming subs, gift subs, and bits cheered on GDQ Twitch channel help support weekly hotfix content. Please consider subscribing if you enjoy these hotfix shows. All right, I'm going to pass the torch on to Zoljalix here. kind of explain to us, what is this category?
Yeah. Hi, everybody. My name is Zojalix, and joined with me is my good buddy, Slade425. We're going to skip this game trailer because we don't care about it. So what Ranger Percent is it is a category extension, obviously, hence why we're on this show, that we developed in order to give an any percent type feeling without having to deal with the unskippable FMV cutscenes that would normally be present throughout the regular any percent run. And so what we have then came up with is a lot of different category extensions in following this particular theme. Essentially what it does is we take a specific character and we are playing from an already completed file, but the character that we are playing as is still at level 1. So they still have all of their basic abilities, aside from the only exception being fellowship upgrades. So any upgrade that can be purchased for any character can be pre-purchased before the run in order to make... we decided on that because we kind of wanted to make pave the way for a lot more unique strats. And so because of that, there are some upgrades that you're going to notice that are still purchased as we level up, and like I'll hit a certain level and then I will be like suddenly using an ability, or my bow will my bow will not be upgrading in the middle of a level, but there will be certain abilities that I might just randomly start using when I hit certain levels throughout the run. So we are loading this file here. As you can see, we have completed everything. And so we can just literally go through the entirety of this run without having to worry about all of the unskippable cutscenes that would then cause us to lose a lot of time. It ends up making this category about an hour and 10 minutes. And so it's really easy to get into, significantly faster paced than what would normally be done in an any percent speedrun. Also, one thing is we will not be playing in this particular category. We will not be playing the Helm's Deep level because this is Ranger Percent. And so we don't play as a Ranger. So in Helm's Deep, we are actually locked to only playing as Gandalf in Helm's Deep. So Ranger Percent, essentially how this works is we've got our two Rangers here. We have Aragorn and we have Faramir. These are the two characters that you are required to play as throughout this run. You can pick between one or the other. You can cycle between the two if you so choose, though I do not know why you would cycle between the two, because it is just... I mean, you're now trying to share EXP between two characters, and that just doesn't make sense. I personally prefer to play as Faramir. I don't think there's been too much in-depth testing to pick between either Aragorn or Faramir. So this is... I really like this category because we never see Faramir showcased in an any percent run. We see him a little bit in New Game Plus, but now he gets his own time to shine in his own category. And actually... through Ranger Percent and the strats that we found in Ranger Percent, that then made Faramir, we discovered the viability of Faramir in New Game Plus, which is super cool. So we're going to go ahead and get started here. The timer will begin when I enter this load screen. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select Faramir, and it'll begin in 3, 2, 1, go. So, we're starting with our first level, Escape from Osgiliath. Escape from Osgiliath, we picked this level because it is really difficult to do well because the enemies can bully the absolute heck out of you, and we don't want to get bullied. In fact, my split name for this is No Bully My Boy, because I love playing as Faramir, but we don't want him to get bullied by the enemies. So the gimmick for this level, as you can see up in the top right corner, is there is this witch Nazgul meter. If that fills up, we will then fail the level. Oh, that orc did not do what I was expecting him to. But thankfully, Faramir and Aragorn have the fastest running speeds out of every single character, so we can move from building to building and have that meter drain really, really easily. Oh, that was weird. I got hit there, but clipped through the enemy. another kind of fun thing is normally in an any percent run, you would play this category, you would play this level as a hobbit. And hobbits go up ladders significantly slower. Like, it's pretty bad. But because we're a bigger character, we can just slide down. And it is super nice. We're just going to juke out some guys here. One thing, too, you're going to notice me doing here is I'm just going to be hitting enemies once rather than actually just killing them. It staggers them, so it's nothing that I really have to worry about. So, yeah. We pushed a bell. Bells are cool, I think. Are they cool? Are bells still cool?
I'm not entirely sure, to be honest.
I don't know. All of my coworkers found out that I speedrun this game today, and they were giving me a bunch of crap for being stuck in 2003. But they're also people who just play Call of Duty all the time, so... I can't really...
So they're not nostalgic, then?
No, not even a little bit.
Okay. Well, sucks for them.
Yeah, it really does, honestly, because they're missing out on a pretty fantastic hack and slash RPG. Ow.
They are. It's pretty good.
So now the Nazgul meter doesn't even matter. Like I said, we don't have to worry about anything too much because Faramir is super fast. So in the sewer here, we're going to have to deal with our first orc captain, which I refer to as a tubby. Only because I called them a tubby when I called them tubbies when I was like 5 years old, and that name just doesn't go away. But if this tubby hits us with this attack right here, and oh my goodness, that archer actually became a... Dude, what was that?
Yeesh.
We have let you out.
Okay, that was pretty good, actually. So... I got very much parry looped there at the end, but, you know, whatever. That happens. Oh, I didn't level up. I didn't want to do that level! I swear I'm not that dramatic. So now we're shifting over to the Paths of the Dead. One of the cool things about this category is that we can play the levels in any order. And that's one of the reasons we start with Osgiliath. And the reason we move on to Paths of the Dead afterwards is because it is a really easy level to do at a low level. So we can be level 1 and be fine and not have to worry about getting absolutely destroyed. Plus, we can get a decent chunk of EXP that will level us up before we then move on to some of the more difficult levels and some of the more crazy RNG stuff. So, one of the things, if you're unfamiliar with this game, is a lot of people are not actually familiar with this game from a speedrunning perspective. But essentially, this is a hack and slash RPG. Oh yeah, backwards hopping through the fog is fast. Because if we were to just go into the fog, we would walk. That's kind of important to mention.
Yeah, it's not like it plays a part or anything.
It's a little important. But there are... So, right on the very right side of my health bar, you can see this little circle thingy. That's a damage meter. As that fills up, I can enter what's called perfect mode. You saw me enter it already in this level. And essentially what it does is it increases my melee damage by like a lot, as well as it gives me the most amount of EXP per enemy. So, but we get to perfect mode by filling up that meter. And the way that we fill up that meter is by doing a lot of damage without taking a lot of damage. And so based on where that meter is filled will depend on what kill we get. That's the word I'm looking for. What type of kill. And those 4 kills are fair, good, excellent, and perfect. And obviously we want to get as few fairs as possible because the fairs that we have will then just cause us to not get as much EXP as we want, but getting a perfect will get us a lot of EXP. Also, another fun ability that is unique to Faramir and Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli is what is known as Devastating Mode. You can kind of see, right now I'm in perfect mode, so it's kind of hard to see it, but essentially, now you can see in the player icon that is missing, oh man, words are hard. I will be glowing red, and while I am glowing red, I do more damage and get into perfect mode a lot faster. So what I can do then is during that fight, I can do a lot of damage to enemies and get into perfect mode really quickly without having to worry about getting hit, because I just do a lot of damage at once. Ow. Also, can somebody explain to me why when Faramir is running with his sword out, he's holding his sword straight up in the air, but very aggressively pumping his arm?
This is where the dead gather.
I don't know much about sword safety, but I'm going to say that it's probably not a safe way to be handling that.
You know,
Oh,
probably
no,
not.
most definitely not.
It reminds me of like running with scissors.
Yes.
You
Except
know,
in this case, you're running with one giant half of a scissor.
I feel like running with the sword is a little bit more dangerous than running with scissors. I mean, like, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but that just, to me at least, would be the most dangerous.
You'd think that's something he would have been taught, you know?
You know, considering he's like a captain in the Gondorian military, that would make sense to me as well. But yet, that just, you know, is not apparently something they teach in the Gondorian military. Oh wow, there are more enemies here than normal, but it still is fine because I can devastating mode. It actually works out really well because I track that. I track when to use devastating mode based on when more enemies show up. And then now that there are more enemies, we're just going to be spamming our speed attack until we eventually kill 35. And we're out. And that concludes this level of the Paths of the Dead.
This way!
There's a book called Running with Scissors? That's an odd book. Alright, so we are just going to buy a lot of things. And we're going to go into our next level, the Road to Isengard. So we have now just hopped between like all three of the different paths in this game. So don't try and follow the story in this category because of the fact that we are running in a category extension where we can play any level whenever we want. Things just kind of get a little whack. Ow. So this level, we're killing enemies here, even though you're probably like, wouldn't that be slow to kill enemies? There's going to be this thing that shows up later. Oh, that guy just got absolutely yeeted across the ground. Where we have to kill 75 enemies. And by killing the enemies... Okay, I got shot. That's not good. By killing the enemies as we go here, what we are doing is we are taking out a lot of people. So that way when we get to the fight where we have to kill 75 enemies, more spawn. We don't really know why. We kind of assume that it's like a overload from the game, so it bottlenecks the spawns here in order to make room for the spawns early. But we noticed there was like a 30 to 45 second time difference by killing all of these enemies. So here we are. There are big walking trees called Ents. If you call them tree people like my wife does, I will horribly cringe because I am a Lord of the Rings lore junkie.
Okay, so I want to see tree people in chat now.
No, do not. Chat, you guys are supposed to be my friends. Do not turn against me.
So what are
Actually,
these tree people about?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I got one.
No. You're supposed to be my friends. I feel absolutely betrayed by everybody here.
Ah, someone actually set one in chat. Yes!
No,
Yes,
it's everywhere
I'm
now.
so
Oh my
happy.
gosh, it's everywhere.
I am ecstatic.
It is everywhere.
Thank you,
have.
chat.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Chat is calling them treeple now instead of tree people, which I
Okay,
really
Treeple
love.
is funny. Treeple is funny.
I have one guy with Trent. There's crab people.
Trent?
Yeah. And the next guy is crab people. And then I am Groot. Walking trees. Effing Chads.
Why are they Chads?
Apparently, we'll meet Chad later, but...
We will meet Chad later. There is a Chad in this run, thanks to Slade and I.
And there's P triple.
Tree Pipple?
No, P triple.
Ah, yes, P triple.
They require burning before they destroy all who...
Don't touch me. So one of the
Brothers.
things that becomes really important in this run is the parry button. Because if you get hit by a bunch of stuff, well, A, you go slow because it takes longer to get hit by things than it does to parry. I didn't actually want to shoot that guy. I wanted to shoot that thing, but, you know, it's fine. What are words? But also, you know, if you get hit a bunch, your health drains, and that's just, you know, not good. So we're going to do this really cool... Oh, I messed up that really cool move, and now I'm just going to take a nap. It's fine. So yeah, when Aragorn or Faramir get knocked down, their animation to get back up takes forever. And I know there's some sort of... They're never gonna keep me down whenever you get knocked down, or whatever the heck that song is, but my brain can't think of it at this point in time. So I'm not gonna give chat that satisfaction.
Okay, so just start singing it in chat.
So, all of those towers that had explosions, that had explosives on them, we could have blew them up, but we didn't, because if we... Ow. I am doing the absolute wrong strat here. Because if we did blow it up that way, then a bunch of archers would spawn here. And we don't want archers to spawn here, because that would be... They would shoot the Ent and set it on fire, which would then cause this whole level to go a lot slower. But that actually was a really, really, really good road to Isengard. I'm really happy with how that went. No, I'm not finished upgrading because I actually do want that ability. And now we are going to go into another level. Minas Tirith, top of the wall.
Okay, Zoj, I was scrolling through chat, and there's this one joke that I think you will appreciate.
Will I, though?
You totally will. Guarantee it. So the joke goes, one person is lonely, two people is ideal, but three people, it's a crowd.
Oh my god!
I told you you'd enjoy it.
I hate it, but I love it all at the same time. Ow.
So yeah,
So-
Lily Sophil, or Sophie, whatever, however you pronounce that, you loved your joke.
This is top of the wall. the only actual auto-scroller in this run, and it's about 3.5 minutes. We're going to be running around kicking down ladders. So we're just going to be kind of chillaxing. As we see enemies show up, I'm going to kill them because EXP is good. We do like EXP. I just had a random thought. Oh, I don't have it yet. What level do I get that? Actually, I don't want to be over there. I don't even need to touch the left side. A random thing that was discovered by a runner named PJ Arts of Darkness. You do not actually need to go over to the left side of the wall and you'll still be fine. Somebody in chat loved kicking down ladders. Are you okay? No, actually, I'm sure you're fine. It's like one of the few bottlenecks in this run. It's a little unfortunate. Oh, that guy was dead. Kick! And we're just gonna go and Final Judgment. Ah! The Gondorian Archer ruined my Final Judgment. I just wanted to do a move for swag. I hate it when the NPCs ruin my swag strat. That does nothing. Except that I punch a guy and he dies. Don't worry, guys, I'm coming. I saw in chat somebody asking why I prefer to play as Faramir. In terms of the category extensions, I prefer to play as Faramir because specifically his running speed is super fast, his attacks are decently strong. They're not like uber overpowered, but they're also not like... He's actually a pretty balanced character. And the strats that he has in the late game are super, super cool. Do I have time? I don't have time. So we're going to run up here and we're going to set up for this really cool strat. Because there are going to be these catapults that spawn. I'm actually taking this time right now to kind of set my angle. That looks good. Because in like 2 or 3 seconds, the auto-scroller... Oh, never mind. Right there. The auto-scroller will end. Actually, I think that was 2 seconds, so I think we're good. So what I can do here is I can shoot this tower with a charge shot from way up here, and the enemies will not be bugging me. So that takes out one tower, which is really nice. We could use that catapult there, but the animation for it to reload just takes 5 ever, so we don't do it. And I'm killing some enemies here because my meter's looking a little big, and I would like to drain it just a little bit to give myself a little bit more of a sense of security. That guy died. Ah, pick up your sword, you nerd. One. Oh, that definitely did not hit. Stop! Ooh! Don't shoot the Nazgul. Oh, okay, we got it. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, I'm a little nervous about my... Oh gosh, that's a lot of orcs that just popped up on the meter. We should be fine. We'll just have to, go fast. I can take this time now, set my angle. The tower needs to spawn here pretty soon, please. Thank you. 1, 2. That definitely did not hit. 2. Oh gosh, I messed up my own angle. 3, 4. Cool. And now we're going to run right over here. And this 4th tower is going to spawn. Am I going to take out the 2 towers? Actually, I'm going to take out 4 of them. And for some reason, when that last tower spawns, the meter just says, okay, bye, we'll see you later. I don't know why, but it gives me a much better sense of security. And 3 quick shots, and that will in fact drop and send us to the end of the level, which is exactly where we want to go in order to go fast.
Hey, Zoe, we just got a question in chat of what would happen if you got the Nazgul's health down.
Yeah, if you shoot the Nazgul, he crashes into the wall and blocks your path, so you have to take this alternate route that's really, really slow to get to where you need to go. So we just try to obviously not do that, so we don't have to worry about any alternate routing. The alternate routing might be kind of interesting, but at the same time, no.
Thumbs that all up.
Alright, so this next level is Pain. This is going to be Minas Tirith Courtyard, an RNG nightmare, and there is not really anything we can do about it. So what essentially is going to be happening is there are going to be these 200 refugees that we have to save. And they're just going to be running through the door. And we have to protect them from these enemies that are going to be showing up. In any percent and in New Game Plus, this level is kind of mindless, but in Ranger percent, you are pretty much restricted to only your melee attacks. Like, you do still have your bow, but it's not nearly as strong as you want it to be. And so it's a lot of trying to obviously, use your sword to the best of your ability, but since you don't have nearly as strong of a ranged attack, you are at it's significantly easier to die. It would be much easier to die if this were Second Breakfast, but we are not running Second Breakfast at this time. That is another category extension I recommend checking out. We play as Merry and Pippin, and Pippin is actually one of the strongest characters in the game. It doesn't make sense, but that is exactly how they decided to code Pippin, and I am all for it. So, yeah, there's going to be a lot of enemies that come in. Like I said, this level is pure chaos. And, oh, okay, the Gondorian Archer actually killed somebody. That doesn't normally happen, so I'm actually kind of excited about that. Oh, we have Balrog's Gambit now. That's cool. We still don't have the ability that I really need for the start of the next level. I think we should still mostly be okay. But we're just gonna try and get a lot of EXP so that way we can just obviously have what we need. How is Pippin strong? So the main attack in this game is called your speed attack. And for some reason, they coded Pippin's speed attack to be like his base damage to be the strongest out of every single character in this game. Why? I don't know. Because it's Pippin, and they must have understood the power of Second Breakfast. So eat your second breakfast, chat. That is the moral of the story from this entire run, is eat your second breakfast.
Sounds about right.
Oh boy. Okay, no. I know I'm leaving all of those refugees there to get slaughtered by orcs, but I need to kill the captain, otherwise he will just cause an absolute mess of pain for everything. Yeah, you survived! Good job. I believe in you. You did it. Oh. Ow. Ba, ba. Ba, ba, ba. Ba, ba, ba. Ba, ba. Perfect. These sound effects are very useful. So once we hit level 10, which hopefully will not be in too much, well actually, we're only like what, level 5 or 6, but we'll get a lot of EXP in this level and next level, as well as just the routing that we take makes the last couple of levels that we do, we will be the level that is necessary to get some of these really, to do some really awesome strats. Oh, hi, Captain. And now there's a shield guy there too. This is interesting. Okay. So once we hit 150 enemies, things are gonna get pretty chaotic. Slade, why don't you tell them how things are gonna get chaotic?
For 150, women just show up. For some reason, outside these walls, there's just trolls waiting around. Don't know why they didn't come in at first, but hey, they're coming in now apparently. But yeah, trolls just show up, and multitude of trolls happen, and more fire is raining from the sky. So everything just goes crazy for the next little bit. Camera is always shaking, you got more trolls coming, more enemies, more captains, everything just goes crazy.
So yeah, for people who are sensitive to camera shakes, please look away for a little bit. Because it can be pretty bad. Oh, and also enemies just, well, like, so the way that they describe the chaos of this is when it comes to the enemies, well, the years start coming and they just don't stop coming, and, well, they still just don't stop coming. And they do for sure be hitting the ground running. I don't know why I made an all-star joke. It popped into my head, and before my, hey, is this a good idea for a joke filter kicked in, it already happened.
Hey, I mean, you gotta commit sometimes.
It's true. Oh, come on. I need, ow. Ow.
So I know you mentioned earlier that this was a category extension made for, you know, like playing kind of made for this specific character. Are there other ones like Ranger Percent?
Yes. So, as I mentioned earlier, we have Second Breakfast, where you play as either Mary or Pippin. We also have Nobody Tosses a Dwarf, where you play as Gimli, which is actually a super interesting one because Gimli gets literally 0. He gets his own category extension. Ow. We also have I Will Take the Ring, which is you have to play as Frodo, and that one you're allowed to do New Game Plus because it's impossible to go through a file with Frodo at level 1 because you have to, the last level, you fight Gollum, and he gives you a lot of EXP to the point where you cannot kill him, and you can't kill him and not level up. We also have Fool of a Toque, which is a co-op exclusive category where you play as Gandalf and Pippin. We also have, well, we are also kind of in the process of like including other category extensions, trying to come up with some other different ideas. So if anybody has any ideas for just random combinations of characters to use, feel free to let us know. So the Fool of Atuk is a co-op exclusive category because you obviously can't play as two characters at once unless you wanted to 1P2C the entire game. But like, yikes.
I do not recommend that.
Okay, this is interesting because I do not have the EXP necessary to do the loop for this next fight. So, this will be something. We're going to be improvising, chat.
I have a token.
So this is the Black Gate. The Black Gate is a pretty, it's another pretty chaotic level. I'm gonna try and, get into, ow. See, this is where the Orcure loop doesn't work that most people would use because, oh hey, does this work? I mean, it works.
Wow.
This is ridiculous. Oh, I hit the wrong button. There we go.
I guess that concludes negotiations.
But yeah, a bunch of enemies are going to be running through the gate, not like through the gate as you normally would. They're going to literally run through the gate.
This is our final act to give Frodo time.
Which is really hilarious to watch. So, enemies are just going to be coming in hot. But we are going to be smacking the crap out of them. And I wish that Faramir had a better method of dealing with groups of enemies at a lower level, because he does not. Faramir is very focused around single targets, which is why this level is really difficult, because enemies just, again, they don't stop coming, and because they don't stop coming, we will be fed to the ground. Or, no, that's not the right lyric. What have I done?
You're improvising.
Yeah, ow. I am now on the ground. So, the focus of this whole level needs to be these captains. And... oh wait, I can actually lightning strike now, because I hit the right level. And when I say lightning strike, no, I don't mean literally using lightning. That would just be a random, insane power buff. This isn't Third Age where you can actually use lightning.
I was gonna say Thor, but that works.
So, when the next captain shows up, I can show it off. I'm just gonna heal Aragorn here for a little bit. So, we have to defend our allies and take out 6 captains. So the captains will show up faster the more of these enemies that we will kill. And obviously we don't have OP Gandalf, so we're not nearly as strong as we would like to be, but I think honestly that's another one of the reasons why I love this category, because in this in New Game Plus or even any percent, you're just kind of mindlessly blasting. But in this, you have to strategize and really know how to actually take out the enemies. Ow. In order to actually do this level quickly. And it also is a potential risk to actually have your party members die, as you can see with Aragorn's health right now. In any percent and in New Game Plus, it doesn't matter because half the time there are hardly any enemies on screen anyways. Also, for some reason, Aragorn just walks around in a circle when you try to heal him. Legolas doesn't. He just stands still. I don't know if Gandalf moves. Nope, he doesn't. Aragorn's the only one who runs around. Hi, guys. I don't want to talk about that misstab.
What misstep?
Exactly.
I got you.
You mean you're actually not gonna try to throw me under the bus?
Not this time.
Yo, I see those emotes, Rubeetle. Rubeetle is a former runner in this game who is, like, the New Game Plus category was shaped by everything that she had done. She came up with so many strats. One of them, actually 2 of them are actually going to be implemented in this run. Ow. That is if I don't get absolutely demolished by our little cubby here. They're like the cool strats in this run were developed by Rubeetle, and she's also been a longtime supporter of my own stream. So I really appreciate her. So now the level gets more chaotic because, you know, what's a wave defense level without more chaos? What's going to happen is we're going to have another captain that's going to show up here, and I should not be shooting him. I should just chuck a spear at him because that one-shots him. And now this is Chad, who we were talking about earlier. Chad's a captain, but once I kill him, the game's not going to actually recognize that he exists. Oh no, Gandalf, no. Gandalf. Crap.
Come on, deal with Chad. Go help Gandalf.
No, Gandalf, why? All right, we're just... No! That is such a big time loss that for the sake of not going overestimate, we're just going to move on. That was really unfortunate. But that is just what we have to do for the sake of safety. I prepped for a lot of things to go wrong. That was not one of the things that I had prepped to go wrong, because that is a once and a lifetime kind of things. Like, almost borderline that's never happened before. Like, it has happened before, but it is not very often. But thankfully, since we can play every single level in any order, we can just move on and pretend like it didn't happen. So this is Pelennor Fields. We're starting out quite chaotic in this. And we have to take out 60 enemies. But, again, normally you would want to do this with a ranged attack, but ours just isn't very good, especially when it comes to dealing with shielded enemies. Like, we can take out the Uruk-hai fine and the unshielded enemies pretty decently, but, like, enemies that have a shield, it's just not worth it. And as you can see, I shot like 20 arrows there, and I think I maybe killed 3 people. So we're gonna take out this captain here. Ow. Ow. hopefully this section ends soon. It's kind of hard. Like, this section is one of the hardest in this run because there are just so many enemies, and they like to run around and either focus on you or decide they don't care about you. Which, if they decide they don't care about you, is kind of good, except for the fact that they like to run away from you then, and then you have to deal with that. Ow.
The Mumakil destroy everything in their path. Stop them.
Alright, so we finished that. I'm spilling water on myself.
Stop that beast!
And we are going to be killing a Mumakil or an Oliphant. And it takes 4 quick shots because, for some reason, Faramir's quick shots are stronger than Legolas's. Don't question it.
Just like don't question Pippin.
Yeah. Okay, I have to... So one of the other unfortunate things about losing in the Black Gate is we lost out... Oh my gosh. I cannot... Why am I missing the Oliphant? Ow. Oh, wait. We did miss out on a lot of EXP. So I have to kind of think about this because I need to make sure that I'm level 10 by the end of King of the Dead.
The Witch King circles to mark. Attack him!
Oh, you know what? I don't even think the... Well, no, the one cycle most definitely... As far as we are aware, one cycling this boss is not possible in this category because you just don't have a fast enough fire rate. So we have to wait until another Mumakil spawns since the Witch King ran away. And we got actually really good RNG because since it's torch side, that means that we know that, ow. It means that we're on the right side. Because you can see the torches right there by us. And I'm not hitting it. There we go. Ow. And then we can just run back over here. The Witch King will eventually show up again. Oh, nice. The safety health drop. I'm just going to take this opportunity to try and clear out some more enemies here before they actually show up. Come on, Witch King. Where you at, buddy? There you are. You're so cute with your giant fell beast and stuff. Whoa, there's a shield guy here. I don't like that. It's okay, though. 3 shots, they're dead. And now I'm just going to sit here and... Well, that's pretty clean 2-cycle, actually. Wait, I just got my Tolkien grammar corrected in chat.
You look upon a woman.
Yikes.
I don't have an axe big enough for this.
Yikes.
Also a Monty Python joke in there.
Also, there's Eowyn being the most BA woman ever. Just straight up facing down the Witch King and knocking his sword out of his hand, stabbing him in the face and looking at him and saying, "You were looking at a woman," even though the Witch King couldn't believe that he could even be beaten by a man. And yet, Eowyn just proved that it doesn't matter because she just beat him as a woman. And she shows how freaking strong women can be. And I love it.
Hashtag feminism.
Will at last lead him back to the White City. He shall head north.
So this is
here to join the great battle of our time.
This is Southern Gate. It's a pretty normal level, nothing really too terribly interesting. And oh my gosh, what the heck? There's a troll. That is spooky. And he just absolutely destroyed Legolas. So I'm gonna carve through some enemies here for some EXP. Because we're looking a little lackluster in terms of EXP, so I can... Luckily, this level has a lot of enemies that show up, so we can do a little bit of grinding to kind of make up for it. So I'm trying to show off a kind of a cool little insta perfect mode kill here. It's kind of a cool little ability that we can use. Does that, I think, put me up to level 9? Yeah. Ow. I really need level 10 by the end of the next level. I don't know if it'll happen, but we will find out.
Climb the rubble, quickly!
Alright.
Up here, quickly!
Gonna have another troll. Oh, this will be interesting. Normally I'm level 10 and can just absolutely decimate the troll. I'm already level 10 by this point. Ow. That's, yep.
Drive them back. Let's use the wind.
That's not really the ability I actually wanted to use. Maybe this will work. Oh my gosh. The strats. The absolute strats. I came up with that on the fly and it worked.
Good job.
This is pure swag.
But of course.
Okay, actually though, Return of the King crowd control would be amazing, but terrifying all at the same time. Have you seen crowd control before, Slade?
I don't think so, but I can only imagine.
It's where viewers donate bits and subs to change the way that the game functions. So like they can take away take away abilities or reduce our health, our maximum HP, or increase it, or spawn. Oh, actually, I don't know if you can quite spawn in enemies. But it's basically, hey, pay to troll the streamer.
That sounds both awesome and terrifying, depending on which other side you're on.
I'm over here like, we need to do this co-op.
Ours.
That would be amazing. I would love this game to be remade. Oh yeah, kill player instantly is another thing.
They're trying to block us.
So imagine being like oh no. No. Imagine being at the very end of Courtyard and then just kill player instantly.
No!
That would be a little rough.
I hate that so much.
Oh my gosh. I just want EXP. Okay, so my EXP at the end of this level, assuming I get a perfect rating, which I should, will be 1330 or 133,000. That's awkward. So I honestly have no idea how much EXP I need to finish to be fine. It looks like we'll be fine.
Aragorn's path leads him through this terrible place.
but a king of those long dead commands the fate of those not born. He must be forced to yield.
All right, so this is the King of the Dead, another major.
The dead do not suffer living to pass.
Another major boss. This one's really hard in this category because you are not nearly as strong as you should be. Oh gosh, I can't even do any sort of attack right now. So I'm trying to use my various combos to knock him out of phases. This fight's really, really, really hard to do well in this category. Okay, we have our most powerful arrow that burns people, so that's kind of cool. The nice part is once we do that first phase, we can get a lot of damage off on the King of the Dead without him actually getting close to us because our quick shot is so strong. Okay, so I need what?
This road.
And I was not in a good spot, so now I actually have to fight the King of the Dead. Ow. Yeah, that's right. Get staggered. I need what? 10,100 with a perfect rating. That should be doable. Awkward.
Oof, no stab.
Aw, heck. Okay, we'll be finishing up this fight here in just a little bit. Because all we have to do is get some shots off, and he's dead. That arrow is not positioned right in his chest at all. Also, screen shake warning, sorry. I'm so bad at this.
Yes, you are.
We must get out of here!
For that, I give you a Zojula Rage.
Hurry!
Nice.
Everything collapses!
I have that on a t-shirt.
Oh yeah, you do.
So this is Falling Rocks. We're basically, so you remember Paths of the Dead that we did almost an hour ago? We have to do it backwards now. While there are rocks falling in front of us, hence why we call it Falling Rocks. And there are also well, actually, no, that's about it. They're Falling Rocks. And then there's some sections where we have to fight some enemies. And get parried like crazy. Okay, we will hit level 10. We'll be fine. Because all of these perfects will get us pretty set up. Ugh, I miss Swift Justice. So one thing about this level too is they cut out a massive chunk of it just because like nobody actually wants to run this whole level backwards. If somebody did, I mean, you could be kind of weird, but you know, you I guess everybody has their preferences. I just can't imagine doing this, that one really long fog hop. Ow. With rocks falling behind you. Oh, that was unfortunate.
Yeah, that would really suck to do.
Yes, we are level 10! So watch this. Actually, we're not quite unlocked yet because we don't have Sword Mastery of Kings. which will increase our speed attack damage and will allow us to do some pretty stupid strats in the next few levels that we're going to be doing. We're just going to do our last little bit of fog hopping here and run into this last fight, which is a chaotic mess. Because there's a lot of enemies that decide they want to clump up. Why? I don't know. Maybe it's because they are trying to get one last ditch effort to kill us all. Also, I don't know why they thought, like, children would be able to beat this fight when they don't know what they're doing. This fight's hard. And if it wasn't for the fact that we had the tools that we did have at this point, this fight would be really, really difficult. Use this ability to get a lot of damage. Actually, that really was not that much damage. I like to overhype things in case you couldn't tell.
Really?
Yeah, no, I didn't ask you.
I don't care.
Dead shall fight when your people.
Does it sound like I care?
No, but you should. Okay, so now we have hit level 10, and we're all steady spaghetti, because we can get Sword Mastery of the Kings before we go into Shelob's Lair. Shelob's Lair is a super fun level in this category. Honestly, probably I think it's my favorite. I think it's honestly my favorite level in this category. It sounds super weird, but it is super fun. If you played this level casually, you will very much question why this level is my favorite. But the reason it's my favorite is because what we've got going on here is, first of all, we've got a maze. Mazes are fun. But we don't have to worry about a maze because, you know, speedrunner. And then, ow. I got really unlucky there and didn't actually hit the spider web. So now I have to deal with these guys. Okay. Oops, I didn't count to 3 Mississippi. Dang it.
Come on, man.
I know. I should have counted to 3 Mississippi, and then I didn't. Bah. Over where? Frodo, I don't know where you are. I just hear your voice echo. Ow. So something kind of similar to the fog hopping that we do in this, we call spider skipping, because there are these little clumps of spiders that like to kill you. For some reason in single player, they don't actually do any damage.
Yeah, it's amazing.
In co-op, they delete your health. But as you can see, I just ran right through it. All right, because what am I looking at for time? Oh, I've got time for this. I totally have time. We're gonna do it. Why not? So what we're gonna do is this really dumb trick. I'm gonna throw this torch here. I'm gonna come back. Oh wait, I definitely was not supposed to throw that torch there. Okay, so see if I can do this. Yeet! So I'm gonna give this a few tries. What this is called Archer Skip. And torches in this game are kind of bouncy. Don't ask me why. They just kind of are. But the angle to line this up is really, really, really precise. So I'm only going to give this like 2 or 3 more tries. But I really want to show this off. Oh, that one looks so good. Man. Okay, I'm gonna give this like one more try. Dang, okay. So essentially what that trick would do... Actually, one more try. Why not? Why not? We got time. Okay, one more try. Okay. I haven't done that trick in a while, so I'm not too surprised that it didn't work. But essentially what that trick does is it skips having to come up here on this slope, as well because the torch would bounce and hit the web. Because for some reason, the torches are the only things that can burn the web. But another side effect from that trick is that these archers that are going to run out and try and give us a bad time are, they wouldn't spawn. We don't know why, but they just don't spawn. That was another trick discovered by Rubeetle. But unfortunately, it is really, really hard to actually do that. It's not viable in runs. So now we're gonna fight Shelob. Take it away, Slade.
All right. So what Zod is gonna attempt to do here is what we call Shelob 2 cycle. Basically, he's gonna run in front, do a 3-hit combo, and that's about it. That'll get it through that first cycle there. And then Shelob's gonna basically run away up on top, and then he's gonna shoot an arrow at it. She'll come back down, summon some spiders, but we don't need to worry about them right now. Gonna go devastating, do a swift justice, and then do a couple more hits to him. And
Oh, that backup was ridiculous. Oh.
I'm not done.
I'm sorry, I
Shelob
totally
2
cut you
cycles.
off.
Sam, wake up.
Nah, you're fine. I was pretty much done.
So my Swift Justice connected, but didn't actually do any damage, so I had to get another... Oh, also enjoy this very broken cutscene.
It is very funny.
That they're rubber banding and teleporting. But anyways, that Swift Justice that was supposed to hit, but didn't do damage, so I kind of panicked and had to do another Swift Justice, and then I ended up getting it, that Swift Justice hit, because if I don't get it there, it doesn't, I fail that trick.
Can't let those stinking Mordor rats take the place over. We got us a bunch of boys spoiling for a fight. Split 'em up.
So, welcome to Kidith Ungle. We have to kill 80 enemies here. And we are able to do so quickly because we are big boy with sword. We're just gonna drop this drawbridge on that captain because we got extraordinarily lucky there. Normally that captain would follow us, but he didn't, and it ended up being a benefit to us. Hi, ow. I don't know why I said ow. You didn't even touch me, nerd. Gonna chuck a spear at this guy to insta-kill him. Uh-oh. We're gonna dump that little flaming basket onto the enemies so that way they all just burn. And essentially what we're trying to do is kill these enemies, we're trying to kill enemies in order to advance, but we want to try and do so in a way that is fast, and because we're still Faramir with just a sword, I'm just gonna take out this shield guy. Never mind, I won't, because he choked me. Killing groups of enemies is still kind of difficult. It's better now because we do a lot more damage, but it's still not easy. So we use things like the little fire barrels and stuff in order to kill enemies quickly. There we go, there's that. I'm gonna drop this ramp to take out a bunch more. So if you guys have been enjoying this run, it's really easy to get into. I highly recommend it. I highly recommend this category extension. I need one more kill, please. Okay, thank you. I was like, I needed one more in order to advance this. So yeah, this category is super fun. Currently, there have been 3 people who have ran it: myself, Dino95HD, and Wolfen50. We have a really awesome community, and even our main so the any percent category of this game, which is our main category, was ran by Maxi Lobes at XGDQ 2022. It's like just like a couple of weeks ago. And we just recently figured out a way to skip the unskippable FMV cutscenes in any percent. So if that's a bugger for you, we have a fix. Take it away, Slade.
So for this is basically, you're going to go for one cycle here. So he's going to throw a spear, go devastating, devastating, shoot a quick shot, shoot another spear at him, and then he's just going to do a bunch of heavy attack combos, and that takes him out very quickly.
He did.
And then he's going to stand over for Frodo is going to somehow teleport over in a cutscene.
Know the way out of here.
Great.
And yeah, we can just stand here in the cutscene, and Frodo will be relatively unfazed by the floating sheath and the sword that's floating. You know, nothing to really worry about. All right, it is now time for the last level of the run, the Crack of Doom. The Crack of Doom is a really hard level to do well in this category because we have to try and manipulate Gollum to behave, and that just doesn't work out very well. That Gorbag 1 cycle was also discovered by Rubeetle. So this first section, we can't actually manipulate Gollum, and the second phase, we will not be able to manipulate him. But in this third phase, we will be able to manipulate him. And then his third phase on. Make sure you guys are staying hydrated. I've got water to help me do that. So essentially what we need to do is we need to get Gollum over to the ledge. And then when he's over to the ledge, what? He just did a double backflip. That has never happened before.
Interesting.
Ah, crap, I said the thing. So now we're gonna actually start doing the manip. When we're doing the manip, I stand over in that corner to make Gollum spawn where he does. And then I hit him 3 times. That aggroes him towards me, and then I can run towards a ledge, run away, and then have him jump towards me. And then once he has jumped towards me, I start hitting him, and when he starts teetering, I can finish it with a Swift Justice or a oh crap, I did not want to I accidentally Swift Justice there, but he did a backwards jump in exactly the right spot. Thank you. But anyways, we can hit him with the Swift Justice and then stab him. So we only have to do this 2 more times, so time will be coming up here in just a little bit. There we go. Bah! And bah! And we have 1 more phase. We can try and shoot him, but for some reason, yeah, it doesn't work. So we're just gonna shoot Sam here. Did he do anything to deserve it? Maybe.
Who knows at this point?
See, and this is what happens when the manip fails, and I blame Sam because he had us get 4 hits. Oh! Okay, there we go. Time.
GG.
And that was the Lord of the Rings: The Return of the King Ranger Percent, or Ranger Percent Marathon Safe Edition. But yeah, that's one of the things I love about this category is that we can play levels in any order. So if this run gets into other future marathons, and that happens again, which I have maybe seen once or twice before, we don't have to worry about it because we could just say, okay, that happened. It doesn't happen very often. It's unfortunate. We're just going to move on. And there's very little risk of this category actually going over estimate. So I hope you guys enjoyed this run. Thank you, Slade, for joining me on commentary.
Always.
And thank you, Nuke, for letting me show off this category extension. One of the best things about this game as a speedrun is there are so many different ways to do it. So I highly recommend that you guys check this out. Get involved. We have an awesome Discord, an amazing community. Right now is the best time to get into it. I have said it multiple times in other marathons, but honestly, now that we can skip the FMV cutscenes at any percent and all levels, this is the optimal time to get into this game. It is significantly better than it was before. And this category extension is another great way that you can do a run that you maybe haven't seen before, get a different experience when playing this game, and just above all, find another way to enjoy this incredible game. Also, just so you guys know, the Lord of the Rings trilogy is coming in 2004. I am so excited for the Lord of the Rings trilogy in 2004. It is going to be amazing. If you enjoyed this game, you will enjoy the trilogy in 2004. Yeah, if you enjoyed this game, I stream it a lot on Twitch, so please consider following me on Twitch. I'd really appreciate it. And I stream this game a lot. I stream Lord of the Rings games in general a lot. The best way that I describe my speedrunning career is I speedrun games or franchises that I was obsessed with as a kid and haven't gotten over at the age of 21. So that would be things like... that would be things like Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, Spider-Man, Lego games. I've speedrun Kingdom Hearts a little bit. I speedrun a lot of different games. So I really would appreciate it. I have a very chill environment on my streams. So if you guys like to just hang out and chat about whatever, my stream is a great way to do it. So yeah. Slade, do you have anything else you want to add?
Nope. I'm all good.
Cool.
Well, thank you both. This run was so much fun. You were so fun to have on the show. So thank you for joining us. Chat, yes, please go give Zojalix a follow. He deserves it so much. And I honestly would love to see more. This was fantastic. Chat, that is it for No Category Left Behind tonight. If you're watching on YouTube, you can join us at twitch.tv/GameSensQuick if you're interested in looking at more of our live content starting weeknights at 7 p.m. Eastern and weekends at 1 p.m. Eastern. Also, make sure to stick around, chat, because after this, we've got Speed Runs from the Crypt featuring Dead Space and Alien Isolation. Stay tuned.